Mirror, mirror, truth or dare? Hmm. How about both? Let us have a conversation and peel back some layers about parts of us that we probably didn't know. Hello, chosen ones. Welcome back to our channel, created by me, but designed by you. Hi, fire starters. I hope you guys had a great week. And to my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining the family. You are the chosen ones. So thank you for being here. Today, you guys, we're going to play Truth and Dare. Or better yet, no, we're not going to play it. We're going to talk about it. This week episode, you guys, we're going to speak our truth. I'm going to dare you to speak your truth, to find your voice, and be able to talk about the true parts of you, the things that make you, you, different, unique, special, amazing, kind, fearful, beautiful, wonderful, all those things. So, if you're ready, let's get started. We're actually going to start with the truth. Question for you. Do you have like maybe a dream or a goal that's been collecting dust on the shelf? Question. Why are you still in your way? Like for me, this, as I stated, this channel. Honey, YouTube was and is my Bible. If I wanted to be inspired, YouTube. If I wanted to laugh, YouTube. Learn how to cook, YouTube. Find something, YouTube. Fix something, YouTube. Like, YouTube was my Bible. So I always talked about, that's going to be me. I want to do that. And then I also made excuses of why I couldn't. I don't have the right kind of phone. I don't have the right kind of camera. I don't have the right kind of lighting. All I talked about is what I didn't have. So how can you talk about what you want, but then turn it around and say, but it's not going to work? That's not how the universe works, boo. So you just really canceled out that positive. So this is something that I've never done, but I always wanted to do. So I did that Nike thing and that leap of faith thing. I just did it. Well, what about you? What are some things that you have been talking about and need to stop talking and do it? Question. Is it fear or probably complacency? Because you know, it's so easy for us to do what we're used to doing. But for whatever reason, change is and has always been a problem. And trying to do something different, I don't know about you, but I don't know why it freaks everybody out. But you know what the problem is? You're in here. Get out of your head. Take that leap of faith. You know the saying, in order to have something you never had, well, you got to do something that you never did. And I actually dare you. I dare you to do something that you've never done. Switch up your routine. Go to a new coffee shop. Go to the gas station around the corner instead of the one up the street. Or whatever it is that you're so used to just doing every day. Can you switch it up? Now, what about your words? Especially when it comes to you. Can you change the way that you see or speak about yourself? Remember, we're turning negatives into positive. I can say for me, I'm an introvert. Yes, honey, I am the definition of that word. But when I do go out, oh, I can own the room now. I know how to claim and own that room. But the problem was getting me there. I would go to places that I was familiar with and around people that I was familiar with, the same people. And definitely, because I'm a poet. So as a spoken word artist, I will only go to venues or locations that I was familiar with, around the people that I felt comfortable with being around. I didn't really want to switch it up. If there's one on the east side, I didn't want to go to the one on the south side. I don't know nothing about the south side. But once again, I'm in my head. And then I was like, okay, well, they're doing the same thing. Poetry is poetry no matter where you go. Coffee is coffee no matter which coffee shop you go to. There's thousands of Starbucks across the world. They do the same exact thing. Gas stations, whatever your norm is. Can you switch it up? Honey, this world is so big. We need to go out and play. That's just like getting a passport, but you have no stamps on it because you ain't went nowhere. Kind of defeats the purpose of having it. So go out and play. Nobody would know who you are until you get out and show them. I dare you. It's not as hard as you think, honestly. It's not hard at all. You just got to do it. Take that leap of faith. Truth moment. Question once again. Are you that shy and timid kid that turned into a shy and timid adult? Not really the life of the party, are you? Like that non-social butterfly? The person who stand up on the wall? What question? Can you stand up to yourself? And then speak up to yourself. You know that saying that says, if you see something, say something? Well, what if it's something that you see in or about yourself? Will you be able to say it? Can you open that throat chakra, honey? Can you actually speak up and speak out? Some days it may be hard. You may have to speak through your tears. That is totally fine. Just find the words and speak life into yourself. Create your own personal safe space. And then once you step outside that comfort zone, you know that you're safe and that it's okay. Remember, you are fearfully made. It's just time for you to go out and act like it. I dare you to find your voice. Use it. Speak up and speak out. Honey, if you got to, scream to the chandelier. Don't y'all judge me for that. Don't do that. But seriously, I dare you to be the one to come into that room and start the conversation. You might not be the life of the party, but since you're there, you might as well seize that moment and come out of your shell. Start that conversation. And if you're able to accomplish that, celebrate it. Remember, celebrate those small moments. If someone says something that you don't like, don't wait about it. Speak up right then and there. Open that chakra. I dare you. Say how you feel and feel how you say, or however the saying go. But really, I really just need for you to be able to open up and speak your truth. So my next question. Have you forgotten about you? Think about it. Maybe life has truly gotten in the way. You traded in your heels for sneakers, that skirt for some sweats, ponytail for some curls. Now, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you're used to being a certain way, and then all of a sudden life got in the way and you're just like, oh, it's whatever. Like, I used the pandemic. I used me in the pandemic. Literally. I would get up. I would take a shower. Put back on those pajamas and get back in the bed. Because I was like, I ain't trying to impress nobody. I'm good. I remember I told you guys last week when I put that dress on how cute I felt. Yes. I was like, oh, it could have been something small. But I took off my fuzzy pajamas and I put on a dress. And I really did feel different. Now, that's just me. I'm not saying everybody, everybody is different. But everybody is also unique. It could be something real small as that. But my thing is, I just don't want you to get lost in the moments in this thing called life. And I just want to make sure that you're being true to yourself. Did you honestly, just stop caring? Other things got in the way. And there was other priorities besides you. When is the last time you actually had that moment where you were like, oh my God, yes. Especially like if you're a mom, you got toddlers or you got kids that, are not teens. And you probably like, child, but I got time for that. But make time. Do not forget about you in the process, because remember, it is about you. Bring your sexy back, honey. Like I said, I don't know what it does for you, but for me, it's a confidence booster. Remember, I told you self-care is that confidence booster. And all I'm saying is, honey, hashtag you matter. And make sure that you don't forget about that. In all things that you do in every area of your life, always include you. I dare you to find something nice for yourself. Go do something. Buy a purse, shoes. This time get 2 scoops of ice cream. Get a cupcake, regular or vegan, whatever it is. But do something about you. Do something for you. Celebrate you, remember? Because you deserve it. Look at you. First of all, you made it to a whole nother week, honey. Hashtag we did that. And then you made it to today. Now, I'm not sure what yesterday looked like, but I'm talking about the now. Look at where you are. If you look back, if you had a trying week, or, if you had situations that took place and you overcame it, honey, celebrate it. Go out there and get that cookie. Go get that cupcake. Go do something for you. And I dare you to do it once a month. Remember, we're celebrating ourselves, but we're also taking care of ourselves. Treat yourself. Yes, I dare you to be selfish. Because remember, I told you, you are the confidence booster. Self-care is that confidence booster. And if you want to tell the truth about it, this part, you guys, is actually, we're still embracing you. The parts on the inside that's telling you that the outside doesn't or should look a certain way. You know how your mind are. You know how that mind works. You feel and speak a certain way about your look. But I dare you. Get out of here. Honey, this thing here is so powerful. Oh my God. Like they say, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, but sometimes you can't listen to everything that them voices tell you. I want you to get out of your head and look beyond your reflection. Because these are new parts of you. It may feel strange and it may look weird, I know, but you're still learning you, which means you're learning how to accept those things that you cannot change. But being able to embrace and love the things that you can, that's powerful. You will honestly be able to see your true beauty. And once you do, I dare you. Tell yourself something that you love about yourself every day this week. Find something that you love. Your smile, your eyes, the way you styled your hair, the new lip gloss, something, anything that you can do to tell yourself that you love you. Because this part is called pushing past the insecurities. And then after you apologize to yourself for probably being judgmental, I want you to celebrate it. Like I said, remember how when I put that dress on last week and I told y'all, I was like, oh my God, I'm so cute, yay. That was just me, but I felt that. I felt a confidence booster just from putting on a new dress. Yeah, that may be simple, and yeah, I know that's just me, but that's all it took was a little dress. Honey, yeah. And you may sound conceited. That's fine. It's totally okay. It is you. Again, I keep telling you, how do you expect for anybody else to love you if you don't love yourself? So this week, I dare you to fall in love with yourself. Okay. You know how, like, let's say you're the favorite cousin or the favorite aunt or the favorite whomever. When you walk into a room, you know how everybody's like, oh my God, yeah, you're here. How that person feels about you when your presence comes into the room, I want you to feel the same exact way when you look at your presence in the mirror. I want you to get excited the same way about you. The way that you make others feel about you is the way that I want you to feel about you. Even the good and the bad parts. The good parts is easy to celebrate, but the bad parts, look at it and be like, you know what? But I did that. That was me. You know, this person embraced me. So yeah, they did that for you, honey. And I want you to love on those moments. Celebrate all those parts of you. If somebody else loves you, of course, you should love you too. Now, whoo, Lord, deep waters. Truth moment. The other day, I was talking to a very dear friend of mine. I call her Snack Cake. But I was talking to her the other day, and we both were talking about our appearances. Ooh, talking about peeling back a layer. Ooh, it was hard for me to embrace this new person, y'all. I told y'all that before. But this one, the outer layer, not the face this time, the body. I've always been like a 7-8, and now I'm a 14-16. Ooh, I hated it, honey. No, I've never been that size, so I did not know how to embrace it, nor accept it. Because I was in my head. This is not sexy. This is not this. This is not that. Once again, I was in my head because I had gotten so used to me looking a certain way until it was hard for me to embrace that change that we just talked about. And then I realized I had to get out of my head. And see, for her, she actually gained weight, but that was one of her goals. That's something that she actually wanted to do. And then when both those changes happens for us, we were looking at two complete strangers in the mirror. It was like, who? Wait, what? Huh? Okay. Now, I wasn't able to really embrace that person. But in order for me to learn how to accept it, I was like, okay, let me see. If this is who I'm going to be, well, at least let me tone it and turn it into a shape. Let me at least do that much. Okay? Because, honey, she looked like a busted can of biscuits. I'm talking about, you know, when you open that can and poop. Yeah. That's what happened. Whenever I take out jeans or anything, my stomach is like, all right, we're here too. But then I was like, oh, well, that's why exercise is a thing. So at least turn it into a shape. But I had to learn how to embrace it. Really. Like, that was the part of me. That was the truth part of me. I had to get out of my head. We both, truly. I had to talk to her about it as well. Because it was funny how other people can see it. Like, she saw the weight on me and she was like, oh my God, that looks good on you. I saw the weight on her. Oh my God, it looks good on you. How can we compliment each other and not compliment ourselves? Double standards don't even sound right. So I had to learn how to look into the mirror and be like, all right, girl, this is what happens When you hit that 40 plus club, things start moving, shifting, and expanding. But still, let's do something about it. And then let's embrace it. And then let's change it. I was like, okay, cool. So I got some thighs. As they call it, thigh meat. I got a stomach, got a midsection. But I can still do something about that. And still embrace it. And in love with it. I had to dare myself. I had to apologize. And I dare you. Apologize to yourself. Have you said something to yourself that was judgmental? Like I told you with my weight, how I looked at myself. Like, no, this is not sexy. Honey, sexy is not a size. It's a mindset. Between 2 and 20, all the definition of sexy is in between those moments. Okay, so it does not matter. It's how you see yourself, how you think about yourself, how you speak about yourself. So if you ever say anything negative about yourself, I dare you, apologize. Yes, apologize to yourself. This layer is called embracing your true self. The one that you're not used to seeing, but now it's life. It's what's happening. It's the change. It's the shift. It's necessary. So embrace it. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why are you so hard on yourself? Because we are our worst critics, honey. We are judgmental on ourselves. But again, I say, how can you show love to someone else and not yourself? So I dare you, change how you see and speak about yourself. I know I had to. Because remember I told you, I thought I was ugly. And then the body shame, like I spoke all kind of negative things about myself when indeed I am beautiful, I am wonderful, I am fearful, I am everything, I am amazing. I had to tell myself that, so I dare you to be able to do the same thing. Remember to turn those negatives into a positive and love everything about you. And remember to be able to change the things that you can and then embrace the things that you can't. But it's totally up to you, sweetie. Remember, everything starts in the mind. But follow your heart. Okay? I'm glad you guys came. Thank you. Next week's episode, we're going to talk about loss and found. Yep. It's going to get deeper, you guys. But until then, have the best week ever. Remember, I love everything about you, and so should you. Until the next chat, love on yourself.